HP, but you can tell a clear difference between her skill in a very talented player and a not so talented player. That's why all these incredibly skilled, mechanically gifted top lane players always drift towards playing the mechanically intensive top laners. You know, that's why they want to play Riven. That's why they want to play like Aurelia's or whatever other top lane tanks, or not tanks, top lane skill matchups there are, like the Fioras. Did I say Fiora? I meant Quinn. Jax. All these champions are naturally attractive towards these players because they take skill, unlike tanks, who, while they can deal damage, don't take skill. These guys are so easy. If it's not even an illustration of how little skill these guys require, think about Maokai and Lifesteal. Lifesteal was nerfed, or changed, diminished if you will. So AD carries usually Lifesteal in the late game, maybe 200 HP in auto. Yet you have Maokai, when he has a Spirit Visage, auto-attacking and healing himself for about 500 HP every auto. Now, does that make sense? Because that is a lot of life, and intrinsically it's a lot of gold value that is literally there for free in his kit. So it makes you feel like, dude, I got out of position, but I'm a god because I just auto-attacked and wow, I'm back to full HP every single auto-attack. It's really hard to kill me. Another thing that makes these champions so easy is that they all have such little skill shots and gap closers that it's really hard to get away from them. I mean, Echo blinks at you, for crying out loud. He literally flies at you. Maokai's point and click. Poppy's point and click. Trundle, you know, he's a little bit different, but he still is basically just running straight into your face. There's no really thought process into that. Fizz just jumps straight into you and has an escape to get out if necessary. Into battle. Amongst many others. So these champions becoming so easy makes the counterplay a lot harder. That's why when Xin Zhao was really OP, he was just, nobody could deal with him because his simplicity made the counterplay very difficult. He's not a skill shot. You literally get jumped on an auto attack, then what are you gonna do? Then, for example, take a champion like Fiora, who, while very skill intensive and very OP back then, she still required a certain level of skill that opens up possibilities for counterplay for the enemy. You can hug a wall and try to stop her from getting your vital. You can dash in a certain direction. You can try to outplay the riposte with some of your abilities. All sorts of counterplay. But these tanks, because of how easy they are, what's missing is the second half of the story saying that the counterplay is very difficult because of how easy these guys are. A good example of a champion or a tank that I think is, you know, a nice design is somebody like a Hecarim. You know exactly what you're getting out of the Hecarim. You know, you build that first item, Trinity Force, and he deals a lot of damage. But is he going to be squishy? Yeah. And do his abilities have the potential of ruining a game for your own team? They most certainly do. The E can be game-winning or game-losing. Same with his ultimate. A well-timed W in Hecarim can single-handedly win the fight. But it takes skill to use these abilities. It takes a certain state of mind to know exactly when to use these and not just mindlessly throw yourself into the mix and come out ahead winning. Same with a champion like Gnar. You gotta time rage. I mean, I think Gnar is a fantastic tank. I mean, holy shit, this design is awesome. You have to have practice with your timing. You need to understand both a range and a physical aspect. You can build AD, you can build tank. It makes so much sense. It's so much fun to watch Gnar be played because he fits such a good role as a tank because he actually requires skill. You can tell so much of a skill gap between a good Gnar and a bad Gnar that, you know, a good Gnar is a better tank than Maokai, and a bad Gnar is worse than having a Soraka. It's so cool to see a design like this, but then you come out with these champions that are so easy that just, you know, bore the game down a little bit. So the other day somebody asked me, hey, Crumbs, if you had 5 players, you had them ranging from bronze, silver, gold, plat, and diamond, what would you place them in each role? Well, my first answer was obviously put the bronze guy top. Put him on something that's easy, that's not going to let the team down, and it'll be straightforward. Either give him Maokai or Malphite, and he'll be good to go. He doesn't have to do anything. Just don't die and just sit there and watch the game. For those of you that were wondering what other roles I put, I believe I put jungle was diamond, platinum mid, gold support, silver AD, and top lane bronze. Anyways, enough random stuff. These tanks are so easy. Now let's offer some sort of solutions. I've already given examples of champion design that should be okay for future tanks, but how about you can tone down the base values, but you can also make these guys just have skill shots. Honestly, if you just offer a champion a bigger depth of skill, the counterplay becomes larger and the reward becomes better. When I go and play a tank, I don't feel very rewarded. I'm like, yeah, you know what, I did a really good job tanking today. Man, you know, I was in the right place, I soaked up the right amount of damage. Instead, you just have a guy that throws himself out there and looks at the damage dealt to at the end of the game and says, yeah, you know what, I soaked up 100k damage. You're like, did you really feel like that did something? What about abilities that are like, the more you absorb near your allies, the stronger you get kind of thing, and then you can counterplay with damage, things like that, or just skill shots that actually matter, like the change from the Rengar Bola into the skill shot Bola. Like, all these things help make the game healthier, because you don't want it to be easy that you just have to press two abilities and you're good to go. I mean, honestly, you could play macro with 2 abilities, W and R, and still win pretty much every team fight. Another example is somebody like Gragas, who I think is an awesome tank too, because he also has 3 skill shots. He has many CCs which are game winning or even game breaking. But the guy has to be good. You gotta be a good Gragas and understand what you're doing, understand the champion and the depth of him, so that you can execute this and have an amazing play, a game winning play. That's awesome. That's what I love to see, and that's what I miss about these tanks. That's what I miss seeing. I miss seeing a tank that just goes out of the way and you're like, damn, that was impressive. That was an impressive initiation that I haven't seen in a while. Instead, you just get flash TPs, you know, flash one ability, fight. That's boring. So I invite to see more of these skill champions come back, and if you like to play these champions and find yourself in a challenge, why don't you try playing one of these tanks that have skill to them, or play them in a way that has a little bit more depth to the champion. I mean, for crying out loud, Echo's passive is his main damage, and you just auto the guy 3 times. You don't even need to hit your abilities. His parallel conversions barely even counts. Enough ranting. Well, hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for watching.
I am your worst nightmare.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Executed.
As you wish. This'll be a slaughter. This'll be a
spree.
This'll be a slaughter.
Enemy rampage.
I am your worst nightmare. Follow my blade.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy. An ally has been slain.
As you wish. Into battle. This'll be a slaughter. Now die. As you wish. I am your worst nightmare.
Slain. Enemy killing spree.
Follow my blade. Into battle.
Enemy rampage. Shut down. The enemy is unstoppable. has destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed.
Follow my blade.
He is godlike.
This'll be a slaughter.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I am your worst nightmare.
An enemy is legendary.
As you wish. This'll be a slaughter.
Slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Into battle. Follow my blade.
Killing spree. An enemy is legendary.
This'll be a slaughter. Into battle.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Enemy rampage. An ally has been slain.
I am your worst nightmare.
destroyed.
As you wish. This'll be a slaughter. As you wish. I am your worst nightmare. Follow my blade. I am your worst nightmare.
Shut down.
As you As you wish.
Ally has been slain.
Into battle.
Your team has destroyed a turret.